Hi, Salon Boss. I'm Margie Gleeson and I own a beauty salon in Perth, Western Australia. And I also coach other salon owners how to be successful and have really profitable businesses whilst you actually have your life back at the same time, which is so important. So, what I want to share with you today is one of the biggest problems that when I'm speaking to salon owners that they have in relation to sharing their messaging and connecting with it. So more so about socials. I hear so frequently the algorithm doesn't work, it doesn't like me, Facebook doesn't work for me, social media doesn't work for me. And that purely is not the case. So if your socials aren't working, or if you're not getting engagement, or you're not attracting new followers, and if your existing clients are engaging with you, what you've got is a content issue. So as awful as this sounds, what you're putting out, if you're not getting engagement, if you're not getting the response that you want, it's just that people don't want to buy your stuff. And it's likely that what you're doing is you're posting without a strategy. Now, in my coaching, I'm always explaining that whatever you're doing, when you step away from being that person that works on the floor and you step into understanding and learning the business side of your business, when you learn every single step of that and start to put it into place, it all has to have a strategy. So, I'm going to give you some ideas today on the sort of posts that you can create that is going to start to get engagement with your audience. Now, the examples that I'm giving you are in my language. It's really, really important when you're posting that you show up authentically as yourself. So any post that you write, what I suggest that you do is read it out loud, and if it's not the language that you use, and if you're using ChatGPT, which I absolutely love, I love artificial intelligence. It's really, really good and really, really helpful, but I don't use it verbatim. I use it to get examples for the sorts of things that I want to talk about, that my clients want to hear about. So it's really important that if you're using artificial intelligence to help you with your copywriting, that you go back through it and you change the language and even parts of the structure of what it suggested for you, so it sounds like you. It's really, really important that anything that you're putting out sounds exactly like you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screen share with you, which I'm doing at the moment, to give you some ideas about how to craft your posts. And what's important, first up, is to have a really good headline. Because what you want to do is you want to stop the scroll. You want people to start taking notice of you. And if you start to speak to your ideal client in their language, they're going to take notice of you. Now, I've got a separate training to understand who your ideal client is. So I'll put it in this channel and go and have a look at it. And once you know who your ideal client is and the language that he or she uses, I always say she because my clients are females. If you understand her language, the pain points that she has, how you solve her pain for her, then she'll start to take notice of you when you show up and you use the language that resonates with her. So she's passionate about it because that's the first thing that's going to attract her attention. And then what you want to do after you've got that headline is you want to talk a little bit about how it's relevant to her or to him and why they should read your post. Why should they take notice of you? Why should they listen to your video? Okay, you always need to have a reason about why your audience should watch you and take notice of you. And then it's important to always have a call to action. So what is it that you want your audience to do as a result of reading, watching, looking at the content that you're putting out? And that's why a lot of salon owners don't have much of a response, and it's because they don't put a call to action. So people go, oh, I read that, or I've watched that, I've listened to it, but there's nothing else that I need to do because there's no call to action. You haven't instructed them on what to do next. And so what they do is they just keep going and scrolling and they don't act, which means really, what was the purpose for your post? So I'm going to attach this document just so that you can see it, so you can upload it and have a look at it. You can edit it. Just make sure that you take a copy of it and rename it and save it. And at the moment, I've just gone into brows and lashes and hair. I don't actually offer hair in my salon. I just want to give you a bit of an idea about different ways that you can attract your audience's attention. Okay, so remember, if you've got low engagement, okay, not a lot of people are seeing your posts, because what the algorithm will do is, say you've got 100 followers following you and not a lot of people are engaging, you might be really lucky if 5 or 3 people actually get to see your post. Okay, so it's important to start off with the people that are watching you. So if your ideal clients, your VIP clients are watching you, ask them to engage, because it's going to help you boost your engagement with your general audience. Okay, you want the people that are watching, you want them to stop the scroll as they're going through the content. Okay, so you want them to slow down on your posts, and the algorithm will know that. It'll see that people are taking a bit of an interest on your post. It'll pick up on it, and then what you'll do is you'll start to create more and more posts that are relevant to your ideal client. So then what happens is they start to slow down even more, and they'll read the entire post, and then they might start to take action. They might comment. They might give you a love heart. That they may not, but even if they're taking notice of you and they're stalking you, right, it means they're slowing down, they're paying more attention, and the algorithm is going to show your post to more and more people, and then you start to build more and more and more until people are engaging. Okay, so until they start booking in with you, commenting on your post, doing exactly what you want them to do. Okay, so this is a really good starting point for you to make sure that what you're sharing with your audience is what they want, and it's in relation to the services that you provide, right? The values that you share, what you're passionate about, who you are, who your team is. One thing that I really want to stress is when you have a salon and it's in a location, just focus on the geographical area of where the people who will actually come into your salon. Okay, focus on those people. You want people to follow you who are going to become a client. So focus on those people. You don't want to focus on someone that lives, 3 hours away, and won't travel that far to come to you, right? You don't want to focus on an audience that's on the other side of Australia. You don't want to focus on people that are in a different country, because that's not going to increase the profits and increase the growth of your salon. So it's really important that you go into your insights on Facebook and Instagram. Have a look at your insights and see, where is my audience located? So if you're in Sydney and a big percentage of your audience that's following you, maybe they're in Europe or they're in America, you need to start changing your concentrated area of who you're trying to attract. And you can do that by calling out the name of the suburb that you're in. So if you're in South Yarra, call out the South Yarra ladies or South Yarra people. If you're in Melbourne, who's in Melbourne? It's the same with Sydney, the same with Newcastle. Okay, so make sure that you're not focusing on ego metrics that are not going to grow your salon. So I'm not going to go through this entire list, but I want to just explain to you a couple of them. And you want to think about, first of all, the headline. So, newsflash, no one just wakes up like this. It's called seeing a skilled beauty or hair specialist and enjoying a killer salon experience. So you just put in there what is relevant to your business. Want to know my secrets for the beauty look you desire without heaps of effort? Stay tuned because I'm spilling the secrets or I'm sharing more tips, whatever your language is, on how to really wake up flawless. Follow me so you can master your beauty routine, Margie. So my call to action was I just want people to follow me at this point in time. Okay, I could ask them to make a comment below. Here we go. Cut your hair, not your confidence. Bad hair day, more like bad vibes day. We know that our clients do not like to walk around with hair that is not feeling clean, not feeling fresh, and it makes them feel crappy. So however that makes them feel, use that language, because nothing boosts your confidence and the way that you feel when you have a fresh cut and a blow dry. That, first of all, you can maintain easily in between salon visits, so you look like this every day. So are you ready to feel fabulous and never have another bad hair day? Take action and arrange a time to come in and discuss how we can help you achieve this. Pop fab in the comments and we'll get you sorted. Follow Eloquent Eyes for your daily scoop on more confidence tips. If you don't use the word scoop, don't say that. Now, in this instance, I've used 2 call to actions as a test. I don't always use 2 because the more simple that you can make your post with your headline, your information, and your call to action, the higher percentage that you are going to get of the people that are going to respond the way that you want them to. Okay, so I do this as a test, but I don't do it very frequently. Here's another one. You're 1 appointment away from a better mood. Are you feeling a bit meh? We all have, or we all are at one time or another. You don't need to though, because at Eloquent Eyes, we'll warmly welcome you. We'll create your best ever brows and lashes and give you the best pampering of your life. Trust me, you're just 1 appointment away from feeling on top of the world. Want to make it happen? Pop link in comments and we'll see you soon. Love, Margie and the EE team. Okay, so by putting link in the comments, what you're doing is you're asking them to engage. So people are engaging on your post. You then respond to them. You make sure that you respond to every single comment that anyone makes and give them a love heart. Okay, so that you're getting more and more engagement. I'm not going to go through all of these because I'm giving you all of the sorts of things that you can do, and it doesn't have to be long and laborious. It's got to be of interest. And remember, people's attention spans are pretty short, okay? So your audience is likely to not really want to, read through a whole lot of information. Don't put too much information in there. Now, and you can see that there's quite a few here, and I've got some more information about me. And join my free Facebook group. I've got Salon Mastery, the Fully Booked Beauty Boss Facebook group, where I share all of my tips and tricks for people who own salons. Now, one thing that I want to mention to you with these posts is it's really, really important that you accompany your posts with a really good quality image or video, and make sure that you are making the hero of the photo or the video the work that you've done. So you don't want a far away photo that's showing all around the bed so you can see the floor or you can see the bin. Okay, you want to focus on a really lovely, appealing image of the face where you're showcasing the brows, the eyes. It's nice to have, the model or your client with a bit of a lovely smile that connects with people. Okay, so it's really, really important that you do that. With your videos, make your videos interesting. So you can cut your videos so that you're doing a far away shot and then you're doing a close-up shot as well, so that you're attracting people's attention within a short space of time, but they're seeing different angles of the work that you are wanting them to experience. So make sure that the quality of your photos is really top notch, that it looks appealing, and it showcases off your brilliant, brilliant work. And that doesn't matter whether you're starting or whether you're masterful at your treatments. Just make sure that you are sharing your best ever photos that you possibly can. So I hope that's been of help to you. Make sure that if you are going to use these examples, that you tag me in, and I will pop my link to my Instagram and Facebook below, because I'd love to comment and support you and see the difference that you get when you start to understand how to craft your social media posts with strategy.